want to be on a soapbox real quick, okay?
All right, go ahead, man.
I am not. I've always been, in a sense, pro quarterback. I've always done. I've always liked to look at it from a lens of like when guys mess up or when guys whatever. There's a lot that goes into it rather than a guy. Oh, this guy just stinks. Josh Allen is one of the best talents in the NFL, and I've said that on record. He is one of the best talents in the NFL. I'm not gonna sit here and also their head coach got fired today. By the way, Sean McDermott is what was fired. Josh Allen is a direct correlation of that as well. And the reason I'm going to say that, they are 0-7 in overtime games. And since they changed the rules for Josh Allen, because that's really what happened when in 2021, when him and the Chiefs were going, when the Bills and the Chiefs went back to back in the last minute and a half of the game, everybody was pissed off that Josh Allen didn't get to see the ball in overtime. Right? Just like Mahomes didn't get to see the ball in 2019 in overtime. No one was crying then that both teams should be getting the ball. No one cried then because they didn't change the rule till 3 years later. Since 2022, he is 0-3 in those games, in overtime games, since they changed the rules. So he's gotten opportunities with the ball in his hands overtime and hasn't come through. On Saturday, he had, 3 touchdowns. He had 4 turnovers. And in the situation he had 1 before the half, 1 right after the half, and a pick in overtime. And a pick in the first half as well. So I am not going to sit there and blame anyone else on this football team other than the quarterback, who is the most valuable player on the field, that had 4 turnovers in the game that directly led to points from the Denver Broncos. What is your take on that?
Right, he played fantastic, right? One was a strip.
Don't do that, bro. Come on.
One was a blindside strip sack, and the other one was a interception that may or may not have been one.
It's an interception. It's an intercept like that. I'm tired of people trying to just blame everyone and just like, dude, he didn't have possession of the football. You have to.
Did you see the other play?
Which one?
The one that happened earlier in the season, and they called that one a catch?
Bro, Brandon Cooks clearly did not have possession. Clearly didn't have possession.
I mean, well, then that shouldn't go to Josh Allen then.
It's an interception. The ball was underthrown, and Brandon Cooks had him beat. He did have him beat.
Yeah, but you gotta catch that, right? You gotta catch.
Oh my goodness!
And you can't let somebody rip it out of your hands anyway.
And this is the problem that I have: people not being consistent.
That's consistent. My receiver should come down. If my receiver gets both hands on the ball and somebody takes it out of his hand, what am I supposed to do? What was Josh Allen supposed to do about that? What?
Wouldn't be in that position, by the way, had he not missed a wide open Dawson Knox for a game-winning touchdown. Wide open Dawson Knox.
I guess. I don't know.
He missed a wide open tight end that would have ended the game on a touchdown. Missed him, overthrew him by 10 yards. Okay, so he wouldn't have been in a position where we ain't arguing that catch. Also, had 3 turnovers.
I can't speak on that.
It was a blindside strip fumble. Why is he running with the ball out here like this instead of tucking it? You're not passing the ball.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one.
He has 4 turnovers. I'm not listening to what Jamie said. He literally told me in the chat he's just going to come in here and troll. So,
but he's no, Jay. But here's the other thing. The other part is Josh Allen is the reason they're in the game. That's the other main factor that we're going to go. We don't even. The Bulls aren't even in. I mean, no, I'm sorry, the Bulls. The Bills aren't even in the discussion without Josh Allen. Like his play directly wins or loses in the game.
What does that have to do with him? It's not like he had 1, Brendan.
He really only had 2. He had a blindside strip. You can't do nothing about that.
Running with the ball like this when you're not even
what are you supposed to do? He didn't know he was there.
Fuck it, Brendan. Stop. You're doing this. You're doing this to show me.
I'm not.
I know you are.
He had a 90 passer rating. What was Jalen Hurts' record?
What are you talking about? What does
Jalen
that
Hurts
do
against Minnesota this year? What did he throw?
A perfect passer rating. He had 154.
Yeah, what is 154? So he had a 90 passer rating, which is above average. He was pretty good. He's just pretty good all the way around. He had the one turnover, the interception that ended the game was a bad. I think that's a bad call because
you don't think that was a bad. Come on,
I do, because if you look at the one they called earlier in the year, there was one earlier in the year that they called a catch, and I thought that was an interception. So when you look at the picture, Brandon Cooks is down. What's his name's hand is on him.
He didn't have possession of the football.
I thought
the ball was clearly moving.
When he landed, he had possession of the football. Pull that play up. You could do that.
And I'm not. What we want me to pull? I'm not going to pull up a still shot of him having his hands on the football.
No. Pull up the clip. We gonna watch it together, and you tell me he don't have possession of the ball when he.
He didn't, and I'm telling you, he didn't have possession of football. I'm telling you, he did not have.
I literally watched the play, and then I sent it to you on your Instagram. There's another play where they called a catch earlier in the season where I thought both people had hands on the ball. When Cooks landed, that receiver did not have possession of the ball.
Thank you. He didn't survive the ground. You have to survive. Like, there's 3 elements to a catch: catch the football. Possess the football, and what is it? Possess the if it's an out of bounds catch, right? What Devontae Adams did late in the game, where he toe tapped, insane catch the ball 2 feet down, survive the ground. That's the 3 elements of the catch. He had his 2 hands on the ball, bobbling the football, and then it's literally now McMillan has his hands on the football as well as the ball is moving. The ball never touched the ground, so whoever comes out of that is the one that catches the football. You can't just sit there and just do that and say, like, oh, no, whatever. And first off, Ertz was a runner. Yes, he did survive the ground. It wasn't that it was a contested catch. He was a runner. He was already a runner, so all he needed to do was break the plane. Jamie, you know that. You're just trying to troll. So this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, Cooks had this ball completely secured.
He did not. He literally.
I'm looking at it right now.
He literally said it on the broadcast.
I don't care what they said.
The broadcast.
I'm looking at it,
bro. Tony Romo, as much as he loved Josh Allen too, and the other guy, all the apologists he's one of the biggest apologists there is. He did not have clear possession of the football. The ball was moving.
It was not moving. I'm literally looking at it as close as you can get to it. It is not moving because the cornerback landed on his feet and he was standing up when Cooks was laying on the ground. Then when he rolled over him, that's when he pulled the ball out. The ball was not jiggling at all.
So again, you see how we're talking about a play that's a controversial play, right? A controversial play in a lot of people's eyes, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be in that position if all those other things never happened. Would have never even needed to be there.
And
if any other quarterback that you'd sit here and say ain't that good,
that's a great throw, though, by the way.
If he missed,
That's a great throw, by the way.
If he missed a wide open Dawson Knox by 10 yards with the game on the line, you are not giving him this much grace. With also 3 other turnovers. You come at me. You come at me for saying, from when I tell you about the Jalen Hurts Super Bowl, it was like he should have never fumbled. He wouldn't have been in that position. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you're telling me about 1 turnover. I'm telling you about 3 other ones, even if you want to take out that 4th one. I'm telling you about 3 other turnovers, and you still like, oh, well, he stripped from behind. Shouldn't have been with the ball that loose.
The Dawson Knox one?
He overthrew him. It was a plain overthrow.
He did, but it wasn't like...
It's a wide open touchdown. That's wide open in the NFL. You know this.
He's pretty open. Yeah, he's pretty open.
And that's that's a game winner.
Yeah, but that's also...
Oh, my... Brendan, you're just trying to make...
There was a whole nother possession after that.
What are you doing?
No, I mean, he shouldn't have missed him for sure. I'm not saying that, but I mean, he's also still human.
Dude, this is crazy what I'm hearing from you right now.
Is he not still human?
This is insane what I'm hearing from you right now. That is your thing, is like, he's still human. Of course, I know he's not supposed to be perfect, but you don't give anybody else this grace?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely not.
Yes, I do.
Look, Brendan, no, you don't. You never do that. You always be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. Lamar Jackson, you always be like, Oh, I tell you, he had two turnovers. He's like, man, he can't win them all, man. He hasn't won. So what are we talking about?
Bro, he can't win them all. What do you wait? So you just said I do it to other people?
I'm saying you don't give these guys grace because you also like, I guess, okay, never mind. You give everybody else grace except my quarterback. That's what it is.
Hey, listen. The people who ride shotgun,
Jalen Hurts.
They have less grace than the people who are driving the car. If you ride in the back seat, bro, you don't get grace.
That's embarrassing, bro. That's so bad.
How?
That's so bad.
You have a quarterback that's won. What's the least amount of games y'all won in the last 4 years?
You're an apologist for this guy right now.
What is the least amount of games y'all won in the last 4 years?
11,
right?
Yeah.
Your quarterback has not finished in the top 10 in MVP since 2022.
Okay.
Your running back and your wide receiver.
I don't care. I don't care about top 10.
I get that, but I'm saying that's why he's not even the second or third best player on the team.
Okay.
I mean, he's the second. I mean, he's probably the third or fourth best player.
I don't want to keep going into this Jalen Hurts discussion.
I get it. You're asking me why I give them grace. The best players, they get more grace because they have to do more. The people who don't, they don't get as much grace. You better make the plays. If you're not going to be like the spectacular being that does everything, then you better make the plays that you're supposed to make.
That's unbelievable.
To me, that's fair. That's
not fair at all. That is insane that you are giving these guys the that are literally losing the games for their team. Yes, when they win, it's on them, of course.
Yes.
But we ain't gonna sit here and act like Josh Allen had no one. He had the number one rushing attack, number one running back in the NFL. Yeah. He had the number one O-line in the NFL and the number one pass defense in the NFL.
Yeah, but also like the worst in yards per game, the worst in rush yards per game, the worst rush defense in the league. I mean, he's still overcoming a lot too. He might have some good elements, but he definitely has a lot of things to overcome. And I saw this thing on somebody posted, and it was like the perfect depiction of what I'm saying. Josh Allen, Lamar, Pat, Burrow, they can cover teams' flaws.
Clearly not, because Joe Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs since 2022. So,
and he also hasn't played. He's having a hard time standing on the field.
Okay, well that's
anyway. So, but then, like the Hurts, the Herberts, the Lawrences, they need teams to cover their flaws. That's the difference. So like it's hard to be when you're driving and everything is planned for you and everything you have to do, you have to be like dang near perfect to win every game versus a person who could be the third or fourth best player on their team in the most important position. Obviously, quarterback's the most important position, but he's put in a situation where he just has to make a few plays per game, and he better make them. That's my thing, is you better make them, versus a person who they're going to have to make 30 plays per game. And it's like, dang, bro, like he's going to miss one or two of them. Like, that's not cool. Like you can't have some mistakes.
But it's not, Brendan.
And they put the ball in his hands like every possession. You got to run. You got to throw.
This isn't a one-game thing. This dates back to 2021. Since it was like, oh, Josh Allen's one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. He doesn't win the big games, and we can't sit here and say it's because of Pat Mahomes. And now when Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow ain't there to stop him, and he's clearly the best quarterback in the AFC. By the best quarterback in the AFC is Josh Allen.
I don't know about that.
He is the best quarterback in the AFC.
You think Drake May is better?
Drake May's not better than Josh Allen as far as when it comes to it does. He is the best quarterback in the. If you was to ask anybody who's the better quarterback, it's Josh Allen. Anybody's going to tell you that.
Well, now this year,
I'm telling you, I prefer Drake May, but I'm telling you, I prefer Drake May this year. But I'm trying to tell you, no one is going to sit there and put Drake May in a tier list over Josh Allen. Nobody.
The problem is that you don't put the Bills in that tier list either. You don't put the Bills in that tier list without Josh Allen. Like it's not like the Bills by themselves are good. Like they're good at some things. There's some things you've mentioned. They got a good pass defense. They got a good O-line, which kind of the O-line thing is because of Josh Allen, his mobility, his ability to get out of the pocket, his ability to not be sacked. That helps with their numbers, by the way. I would love to see their like block win rates.
I'm trying to.
I would love to see their block win rates. And then, I mean, he's doing it without a bona fide number one receiver. Tight end is. I mean, Knox is okay.
What about when he had? What about when he had a bona fide number 1 receiver and one of the top 5 receivers at the time, is Stephon Diggs? What about then?
Yeah, they were good, but then they didn't have the line.
They did have a line. They did have a line.
No, not that line though. They didn't have a number 1 line, and their defense was.
You need to have a number. Okay, so if these guys have a good line, if these guys are so much better, why do they need everything?
They don't need everything.
Why?
They don't need everything. That's why they're so good. They don't need everything.
He does, because he can't win. He can't go to this. He can't even get to a Super Bowl. He can't even get there.
I mean, but he has the best. But he has the best quarterback in the world on his side of the thing. You wouldn't get to the Super Bowl with he was over there.
We just beat him in the Super Bowl. So you telling me in an AFC, if we were in AFC, we can't do it?
You beat him in the Super Bowl when his whole offensive line was out,
and
he lost his number 1 receiver.
Stop it.
What I'm saying is, if you played them before that,
bro, you can't do that, because Josh Allen played him with the worst O-line. Pat Mahomes didn't have an O-line when he played Josh Allen. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
They got hurt in that week.
Bro, he didn't. He did not have a good O-line when he played. And in 2020 as well, when they played Tampa in the Super Bowl, he didn't have an O-line, and he still got there.
Yeah, and he lost. Bad.
But none of those other guys beat him, is what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody. Josh didn't beat him. Joe didn't beat him. Lamar didn't beat him.
Because he's really good. He can make plays. I mean, listen, you're making my point for me that even if things are stacked against him, he still can win. That's just how good he is.
Mahomes, yes.
And Josh Allen has been dealing with him.
Take Mahomes out of this conversation, because Mahomes clearly can overcome his team's deficiencies. 100%.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Josh Allen cannot. He needs more. And I'm okay with you saying that he needs more, because I tell you, it's like, okay, but don't sit here and blame and shame another quarterback when his team puts more around him.
Wait. But you're kind of making my point for me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are, because no, you are, and I'm gonna explain how. You said that Mahomes can overcome.
Yeah, he can.
Right, and he's shown that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. So is Josh Allen supposed to overcome the best?
Was Mahomes there this year?
No.
Okay, was Lamar there this year?
Is Denver a better team than the Bills?
Team-wise?
Yes.
Bo Nix
so he's supposed to again, he's still not in a great situation. If his team is not better, how much do you
can't stand all these freaking excuses for this guy, bro.
I'm not making excuses. That's just facts. If I'm playing on a team that's not as good as yours and I don't win, what do you want me to do? And he made it close, and it came down to a play that was horrible. It was a bad call.
It shouldn't have came down to that. But that is my point.
You're right. This is more an indictment on the Broncos than anything.
Exactly.
You're making Josh Allen's being really good case for him.
No,
because him being close to a team that you said is better. He's better, right? And it came down to a play.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm always constantly contending with a better team, that I'm pretty good. Just because I can't win that game or I didn't win that game doesn't mean that I'm not really good.
Tell me
this. Josh Allen losing the first round with the Eagles.
I don't care. Why?
Okay, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got it.
Why are we doing that?
But I'm saying the situations aren't the same.
With 3 or 4 turnovers, yeah, probably
he
will.
Still scored 30. You didn't turn the ball over once, and you only got 17 against a team that went on in the next round and lost 41-6. And they lost it on the first quarter.
Bro, these excuses for a guy
who's
0-7 in overtime, 0-3 since they changed the rules for him. And it's like, okay, yes, I'm gonna be on board with you that the Bills are not better than the Denver Broncos, but literally we're in the game with 3 turnovers. So take those 3 turnovers away. The game is way over.
Wait, hold on. Why do you say they're not gonna punt? What's the difference between a 3-and-out and a turnover? What's the difference between a 3-and-out and a turnover?
No, because stop it. Because the times that Josh Allen didn't turn the football over, they scored.
Oh, perfect. So what's the difference between a 3-and-out and a turnover?
You're giving literally on them on a short field. You gave the Denver Broncos chances.
But like the last one, he was all the way down by like the 20.
It's overtime. All they need to get is field goal range.
Listen. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is he's not going to score every time anyway. What are you going to go 8 for 8 with scores? So he's going to have to punt. So you might as well just be a turnover.
Are you seriously doing that right now? Are you seriously saying?
Here's the difference. I'm going to give you another thing. Here's the thing. Think about it this way, and I want you to really think about this. Actually, you just made a great point, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it against you.
Go ahead.
You said Josh Allen scored 30.
Yes.
Right? With 4 TOs.
Yes.
Okay. You had 1 TO. Scored.
I don't care about what the Eagles did.
No. Now, hold on. I'm going to take it back even further. Okay. He had 1 TO in that one Super Bowl they lost, right? What was the score at halftime?
Okay. Yeah.
The Super Bowl y'all lost. What was the score?
24-14.
And y'all ended up with 35, right?
Yeah.
So, and no turnovers, right? Or did you have the one?
In the second half?
Yeah, you just no turnovers?
Yeah, he only had 1. Yes.
All right, cool. So, do you see what I'm getting at?
No, I don't.
Even when he turns the ball over, he still can get as many points as you do.
You can. Are you serious, bro? You're serious right now?
He had 1 turnover. So think about, you're just getting stopped. Like, you're actually getting stopped. You get your 4 plays, your 3 plays, and you can't do anything. You couldn't score. You had to lead at halftime.
Whoa.
You couldn't score. You
crazy.
let the same dude that you're saying shouldn't be able to walk down, or he should be able to beat, is the same dude that you lost to.
This is, and then we beat. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, you beat him in a hobbled state. Like, fair enough. You beat him. You're supposed to,
bro. This is insane.
Okay. Going into that game, are you supposed to win or lose?
This is insane. Yes, the Eagles were the favorites. Yes, they should have won.
Cool.
But
Now,
we're acting as if Josh hasn't had opportunity after opportunity with this playing against a hobbled state as well. Also, the Bills having a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs at times when they played them. They just didn't have a better quarterback, but it doesn't mean that they have a better team. They had a better team, 100%.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yo, this is I can't stand these questions because who cares?
No, it matters.
About that.
It matters.
It does not matter. You cannot
matter. If I have everything and you have nothing, not nothing. He doesn't have nothing
here, and come at me with hypotheticals.
It's not a hypothetical.
This guy, what if this guy switched with this? What if Jalen went to the Chargers? What if Justin Herbert had the Eagles? Who cares? Take them for the situation that they are in right now.
But if the situation is not ideal, then why are you asking them to be? So you want Josh Allen to just be Superman every time?
It's
every
not
game?
About being Superman.
No, he has to be.
It's not about being Superman.
Then how's he going to win the game?
It's about don't give the Denver Broncos short fields with turnovers, 4 of them, and 1 of them being in overtime. I don't care if it was a controversial play. You shouldn't have been there because you missed the game-winning touchdown. I don't care about what somebody else would do on another team. It's not real. That's not real.
Okay, but what's real is he's lost to a better team every time he's lost. Actually, matter of fact, did you say the Bills were better than them ever?
They had better teams at times.
Ain't the Chiefs always been in first place and they've had every home? I mean, have hosted every
roster wise they weren't
right. So
after Tyreek Hill left,
yes,
the Bills were always better than the Chiefs. Yes,
no,
they were.
They're not.
Team-wise, they were. Yes, they were.
No, the Chiefs went up to like top 10 defense. They started actually playing defense.
So listen to my.
Yeah, see, you're tripping. You're tripping.
No,
because
I'm not tripping. I still believe.
Wait, haven't the Chiefs hosted every AFC game? every AFC
I'm telling you
game?
that is because of Mahomes and
So the team
because of Mahomes
and the team.
Bills roster-wise have had better rosters than the Chiefs since Tyreek Hill left. Yes, they have.
No, they haven't because they can't win more games.
About what the record was, Brendan.
Well, record also is an
roster.
Record is also an indication of being.
Did the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL? Did the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL?
Yes, they did.
Okay, and they weren't in first place, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you do know why though.
Oh, you're gonna tell because of Jalen Hurts. Go ahead. Yeah, because of Jalen Hurts. Because it's Jalen Hurts' fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you beat the Giants, you beat the Cowboys, you're sitting at 14 wins.
This is ridiculous.
Are you saying that
in the years that the Bills lost those games? What you want to look at the schedule and tell me they played a top Did they play the Chiefs every single game?
Yeah, but the Chiefs didn't lose. That's the problem. The Chiefs were going like 15-2, 14-3 every year because they were the best team, and they had the best player.
Bro,
and you want and see, this is the thing though. If you face them before you got to the Super Bowl, this is gonna be part of my LeBron argument. But if you face them before you got to the Super Bowl, you just would never make the Super Bowl. That's all it would be.
You know that. This is another hypothetical. How do you know?
Because you lost them in the Super Bowl. The only one you won was the one that they came in hurt. And
Josh Allen played that same team and lost.
Yeah, but they have the best player. But here's the thing, though. Crazy, bro. Listen, you're not listening to yourself.
No.
My team is not as good as theirs. Even hurt, my team is not as good as theirs. The Eagles are better than them, even hurt. I mean, especially when they're hurt. That's what you're not listening to yourself.
I am, because
the Bills are not as good as the Eagles. I mean, they're not as good as the Chiefs, and the Chiefs weren't as good as the Eagles hurt. Those are not equal. The Chiefs are still, the Bills and Eagles are not equal teams.
Listen to what I'm saying. Joe Burrow in 2021.
Yes.
With the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill with that best team.
Yes.
Went into Arrowhead.
Yeah.
With the worst O-line in football, the very worst, and one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Yeah.
And won.
Yeah.
Why can't Josh Allen with a better team do it?
Do it once?
Ever. Why can't he do it ever?
I mean, he only did it once. He did it like 17 times. Josh Allen's still got like 10 more years left to play. He's going to do it.
Yo, this is what he's played. How many times has he played him in the playoffs? He can't do it once. And Joe Burrow against that same team has done it already. I don't care if it was one. You keep telling me it was like, oh, it's one game. It's one game. But it's not like Josh hasn't had more games. And it's not like Josh, like, this is what irks me so much about this argument. It's not even about the Eagles, it's not about Jalen Hurts. It's not about that. It's the fact that some of these guys are so coddled at 30 years old. We're over here got grown men on national TV on NFL Network crying that Josh Allen didn't make the AFC Championship game. Because, oh man, like I feel for him. Why? He had 4 turnovers. Why do we have to feel bad for him? Why is it that and then CJ Stroud's they're talking about CJ Stroud basically getting shipped out of Houston because he had 4 turnovers in a game, rightfully so, that you should be criticizing him.
Well, he was horrible.
Yeah, he was horrible.
But he didn't have 3 studs to go with it, though. That's the thing. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. And he was I already don't look at him as he's expendable. Josh Allen is not expendable. Is Josh Allen as expendable?
No. But
okay, and his interceptions look horrible. I mean, they're just like
they were bad. Yes. But Josh
Allen snatched out of his receiver's hands.
That was one. He threw a terrible interception into double coverage. Terrible interception in double coverage.
I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Strip sack that he shouldn't have been running with the ball that way, and another one, and another fumble. So what are we talking about? 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions, one being right before the half when you had to get points, right after half when you have to get points, and in overtime as well, which led to 10 points from the Denver Broncos. So, like, come on, bro. Like, this is what I'm trying to, stop with the whole, he has to do everything. Don't turn the football over. How about that? Don't turn the football over 4 times. It ain't like he had 3-4 touchdowns and had 1 pick. He had 4 turnovers and 3 touchdowns. So your touchdown interception ratio is already lopsided anyway.
No, it's 3-2. He's turnover. You meant touchdown turnover in a ratio.
He had 4 turnovers and 3 touchdowns. Am I right?
Yeah, but I mean, god dang, Caleb. Snatch it out of the receiver's hands. Like, what do you want me to do?
Take that away. Take that away. Take that.
Ooh,
take that away.
Right now, I'm good.
Take away. Right,
and we were in field goal range in overtime.
3-3, right? 3-3.
We're in field goal range in overtime.
You wouldn't be there in overtime anyway had you just hit a throw to Dawson Knox wide open. That would have won the game. You don't give Jalen.
He got to make that throw. I'm not disagreeing with you. But to sit here and act like he's going to make every throw perfectly every time, and he had pressure from behind that he could feel, probably. I don't know that for sure, so I'm not going to say that. But somebody was right there behind him reaching for him.
Crazy, bro. This is just crazy.
And listen, the Bills aren't supposed to beat the Broncos. They're not supposed to beat them. They're not the better team. So honestly, just being a good game is already just another indictment on how good he is. Because I'm telling you, if Bo Nix was on the Bills and they switched quarterbacks, that game's not close. Is that facts or no?
I don't like. I'm not answering.
But is that facts or no?
I'm not answering that. I don't like answering hypotheticals.
Then that's the way you
don't do that because it's not fact. It's not truth. It's not truth.
How isn't not true. So you're saying that they wouldn't?
Because what if Josh Allen again throws 4 turnovers on the Denver Broncos?
Bo Nix is not going to go score like that. Because think about the throws that Josh Allen has to make to score. That's what you're not taking into account. The throws, the touchdowns, the scores.
You acting like Josh Allen had to make these ridiculous throws, otherworldly, that you've seen Caleb. He has to make a Caleb Williams throw, fading away 40 yards backward every single drive. That's what he has to do.
You're talking about that he underthrew? That had 56 or 60 yards in the air. That throw was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Like most quarterbacks can't even hit that throw.
And also it's
a little bit underthrown.
Double coverage.
And it hit the dude in the face. It hit Brandon Cooks in the face. That's why it bounced. And he had to catch it on the bounce. If Brandon Cooks could just, catch, then it wouldn't even have been that. It wouldn't even have been that. If he caught it like this, he would have caught it. He literally went like this, hit him in the face, and he caught it on the rebound.
If Josh Allen, that's the thing. Josh Allen didn't give a fumble up in plus territory. If Josh Allen also didn't get another fumble up in plus territory. If Josh Allen hit a wide open.
You won't say that about Jalen Hurts, though.
Huh?
Say that about Jalen Hurts then, too.
About what?
So it's his fault. Uh-oh.
Listen to what I'm saying. Nope. You can't do that.
Is it his fault or no?
I told you, had Josh Allen had one pick, one fumble, whatever, one turnover with 4 touchdowns, which Jalen Hurts had, by the way.
Yeah.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and be. I'm like, man. I mean, that's a great game.
Look, there's your inconsistency.
That's not being inconsistent. He didn't have one. He had 4.
He fumbled it in, but you might as well listen. Any 3 and outs, 4 and you might as well just they're turnovers at the end of the day.
That's not.
You don't get to score. He scored
true.
30 points.
That's
30 points without giving with 4 turnovers.
You didn't score. Isn't a turnover, Brendan. A 3 and out.
It might as well be. It's the same thing. You give the ball to the other team.
You're punting the ball away and putting them in more than likely bad field position.
Hopefully.
Other than giving them a turnover at the 50-yard line.
I mean, again, it's very, very similar to punting.
It's not now. I'm hearing that turnovers are the same as 3 and outs. Now this is what you're saying to just coddle this guy who hasn't won a big game in his life.
I'm saying that both end in no scores. So another team getting the ball. So what does it matter how they get the ball?
No. It matters where they get the ball. It matters. Yes. Momentum matters, by the way.
Okay, cool. So Jalen Hurts changed the momentum. He lost him the game.
Jalen Hurts changed the momentum in the first half.
And he lost him the game.
He didn't lose him the game because he went right back down and scored. Yes, and then didn't turn the ball over the rest of the game. Didn't turn the ball over the rest of the game.
And he barely scored. He might as well throw in 3 interceptions.
Not down 8 with 5 minutes left, went and tied the game up, and then didn't see the ball again for the last 5 minutes of the game. All right.
Wait, hold on. So he was down 8. Why was he down 8? Wasn't he up 10?
Dude, this is insane. This is
because he didn't.
This is insane.
Maybe if he went and scored the ball, they wouldn't even have been in that position. But he went a whole half. Oh, so he only scored 3 up until that. Oh my God! He was getting clamped.
Wait, hold on. Right here, this argument right here is the most insufferable argument ever, bro. I cannot believe.
You be honest.
You are literally.
I want to test your logic.
No, it's not about that. This isn't about that. I told you I am not putting all the blame on Jalen Hurts. He had a turnover that led to 7 points. 100% led to 7 points. Changed the momentum in the first half. Second half. Yes, he had a few 3 and outs. Yes, he did. But that's not a turnover. Okay. That isn't a turnover.
Cool. Now, so you're telling me that all the way up until there was 8 minutes left and they were down 8, that he had only scored 3 more points in. Is that true or no?
He did, yeah. You're right. Yep.
So he was virtually locked up.
Virtually nothing. Okay, yeah, virtually
No, was he locked up?
The defense was playing good for the Kansas City Chiefs, and yes.
And then so they couldn't move the ball, so they were punting, and the Chiefs were going down and scoring, right? I imagine they
were. Yep.
Cool. So what's the difference? Your team Your team is not scoring. And their team is scoring.
Okay.
What's the difference?
So from now on, every single time somebody has 4 turnovers in a game. Oh no, that's cool. No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Like,
well, as long as they're playing really well, though. He was playing really well. His stat: 25 of 39, 3 tuds, interception that was literally in his receiver's hands.
Okay, take that away. 3 other ones, and
then a strip sack from the back end.
That he,
which is fair. Man. I'm not disagreeing with you, but he didn't see him. I mean, what do you want me to? I can't. He was.
If you're tucking the football and running the way you're supposed to, that doesn't happen. He's running with the ball like a little kid. Like, what are we talking about?
That's also true. That's a good question. You answer that.
What?
You see it.
How did Dalen do sustained drive? They were number 1 in 3 and outs. Yes, okay. I guess.
No, not even just this year. I'm talking about that. He's talking about specifically, I think.
No, he's talking about this postseason.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, they're not even I don't know, bro. I just think I'm not trying to get
every single conversation to be thrown. It's like, what about Jalen Hurts? What about Jalen Hurts? It's not about this. It's about the fact that.
But you have to be. I'm trying to see how consistent you'll be, because if you say, okay, Jalen Hurts, you can't hold the ball like a little kid. Well, okay, also Jalen did that too, and that's why he lost the touchdown.
No. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Because take the game against the Chargers for example. Defense played well in that game, right? Also forced. Against the Chargers and the Eagles and Chargers.
Defense,
he had 4 interceptions, right?
Yeah.
He also you didn't even give him 1 ounce of grace that he hit AJ Brown on a deep pass that would have won the game that he dropped. You didn't give him 1.
I did. We did it live. I said he got to catch that.
But no. When we talked about it afterwards, he was like, "Oh, he had 4 picks in the game though. Like you can't. What you want? What you want?"
He also only had 1 tud and he looked atrocious. And I've never seen somebody throw an interception, get a fumble recovery, and then fumble it again. Like, this was like, he looked like the Looney Tunes when they took all their powers away. It was like, is that Jalen Hurts or Shamar Moore? Like, I didn't know who that was. And then I also did say at the time that he should have caught that. I mean, it was a really good play by the defender. He got his hand in on AJ Brown's hand as he was trying to make the catch. It was a really good play, but you got to come down with that. If I'm going to pay you all this money and you're going to be this top flight, call for the ball receiver, you got to make those plays. Right? Also, I mean, Jalen Hurts threw him a hospital ball for his other interception. He threw an interception to a lineman. He threw an interception for the game. I mean, like, it was just like, there was a bunch of things that went on. And the 1 interception for the game, that was a crazy play, by the way, because he wasn't even supposed to be there. So, I mean, no, he lost in that game, though. He was horrible. And he didn't get 30. And the other quarterback played terrible, too. And the only touchdown... Wait, no. No, yeah, the only touchdown you scored was Saquon, right? Jalen didn't have a touchdown that game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, did he or did he not? I'm asking you that. So, wait, that's not even comparable.
It is comparable.
Brother, Jalen Hurts was the...
I don't care.
He couldn't even hold
I don't care.
Josh literally was the only reason you're even considering that they should have maybe possibly won the game. And it's a maybe possibly because they shouldn't have won. They're facing the number 1 team with the number 1 defense, and they're really good. And they're better than his team. So everything is stacked on the other side. The number 1 team, they got home field. They're number 1. They've been playing really well all year. Their quarterback's been okay. Their defense is number 1 or top 5. I don't know if it's number 1 exactly, but top 5 for sure. I mean, everything was just stacked against him, and he made it a game with having not one of his best games. So even, oh my God, even his worst games are sometimes better. He was fantastic, bro. You
Fantastic is insane, dude.
You hate him, bro. He was fantastic.
That's not hating.
He was fantastic because maybe the turnovers are not great, but he's also the only reason they're in the game. And he's in my high. I didn't even think about that part.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. If my degree of difficulty is harder than your degree of difficulty, I'm not gonna fault you for that. Like, for example, like Karl Malone is still gonna be an all-time great. He just couldn't beat Jordan, and that's okay. No one could. That was the hard part. No one could in that situation. Mahomes is our Jordan.
It's not like Mahomes hasn't lost though.
Yeah, but he's our. Yeah,
He
he's
has
all.
lost.
Yeah, he has lost. He has lost. But when the things are stacked against him,
The things were not stacked against him
in what year?
last year. They were not stacked against him, and they weren't stacked against. I mean, I'm sorry.
What do you mean they weren't stacked against him?
Sorry. In the AFC, they were stacked against him, and nobody beat him.
Because he's a beast. He can still overcome against lesser teams. He just couldn't beat your team because your team is better than the teams he was playing. What's I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. If the team is not as good as you, even when you're hurt, they're still not as good as him. I'm not understanding what you're not seeing. The Bills were still not better than them, even hurt.
No, stop. You keep going in reference to the fact that these guys don't have better teams than the Eagles. I'm telling you, in the games that they played against the Chiefs, none of them were blowouts, and they gave the ball back to the Chiefs. Like, that's what happened.
Because the Chiefs are good.
Gee, Lord have mercy, brother. You're just gonna all right. This is what I'm saying. You're just gonna find something wrong.
But I'm trying to understand you because I'm saying if the Chiefs are still better than them, even hurt, they're still better than them.
They're not. They weren't.
They are.
No, they're not.
The Chiefs had a top 10 defense and the best quarterback in the world.
The Chiefs hurt are not better roster than the Bills. They're not.
Yes, last year they were. Let's go position by position.
Last year they were not.
What did the Bills do better?
First off.
Yeah.
First off, Bills had a better running game, and they had a better defense because the Chiefs' defense wasn't all that to begin with.
They were top 10
right now.
They were top 10.
Okay,
they were very good.
I'm telling you right now, they were very beatable against good teams. 100%.
Yeah, but they were very good though. They were top 10.
The Bills' defense wasn't trash either. So how about that?
It wasn't trash, but it wasn't top 10.
Dude, this is crazy to me, bro. This is insane.
Is that not true?
Was Josh Allen not the MVP last year?
Yes, but is he better than Mahomes? What record? What was Mahomes' record last year, by the way? Just real quick. Were they second, third, fifth?
They had to go on the road the rest of the playoffs. Or
they were first.
No, they had to go on the road the entire playoffs. They were probably fourth, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because they won a division, so they were fourth. So they had to go on the road the entire playoffs.
I thought they've hosted every AFC championship game.
No, last year he had to go on the road every single game. On the road to Baltimore, on the road to Buffalo.
Amazing. Look how amazing he is.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying Bills were the favorite team in that game, by the way. They were favored at home.
Because they were at home.
And lost.
They're not a better team. Let's go position by position. Who has better receivers? Well, obviously quarterback, we know the answer.
Who has better receivers?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah,
Bills had better receivers last year.
Okay,
How
cool.
about that?
Tight end.
The tight end, you give it to
obviously.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Tight ends, like, because the Bills use their tight ends more. Thank you. You got to be clutch in playoffs, and Josh don't got that. That's all I'm trying to get at. That's all I'm trying to get at right there. That's all I'm trying to get at.
Wait, hold on. Is there a possibility that he's clutch and there's just someone that's more clutch? Is that a possibility? Can you not be clutch? And
he's had in the game in 2021, I gave him that was his clutchest moment. He just happened 13 seconds. They got in field goal range, and he didn't see the ball in overtime. That's the only game though. So everything else.
That's pretty clutch. All right, cool. Now
that was one game.
Okay, cool. What's the next one?
What's his record in the? Let me tell you. I'm gonna show you right now.
He has the best touchdown. Doesn't he have the best touchdown interception
ratio right now? I'm gonna tell you right now. I got a stat for you right now. I got a stat for you right now. Listen, I got a stat for you right now because you are. This is.
Doesn't he have the best Doesn't he have the best touchdown interception ratio ever? Yes. No. Yes. No.
I got a stat for you.
He's 7-6 in the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you who those wins. I'm gonna tell you who those wins came against.
I guess 8-7 now.
Let me tell you who those wins came against.
Lost to the Texans. First playoff game, 2020. Then he beat the Colts. And
this is who Josh Allen has beat in the playoffs.
Okay.
40-year-old Phillip Rivers at the end of his last year of his career.
Wait, what you mean?
Tyler Huntley.
Is that 21?
This is over the course of his entire career. That was 2020. Phillip Rivers, Tyler Huntley, Mac Jones,
Lamar was hurt.
Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, Bo Nix, who just eliminated him Saturday, Lamar Jackson, who's 3-5 in the playoffs, and Trevor Lawrence. That's his wins. 8 postseason wins. Those are his wins.
How many of his? So he has 3 losses to who?
The Chiefs.
Okay, cool. And he lost to the Bengals.
Lost to the Bengals.
So that's Burrow.
Not a better team, by the way. Bills had a better team, by the way, just so you know.
Burrow's better. Burrow's better.
Bills had a better, huh?
Burrow when healthy is better.
Bills had a better team. Did you not? Am I not wrong?
Yeah. I get that. But Burrow's better. Hold on. Now, all right. So, okay. Anyway, you're right though. He should have beat the Bills. He should have beat the Bengals. But I mean, Burrow's also an all-time great quarterback. Who else beat him? Bo Nix. He's beat Lamar twice. Right? No, he didn't because Huntley played this year, right? No. He beat Lamar last year.
He beat Lamar one time. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. So the only quarterbacks he's lost to are Mahomes. Burrow.
Bo Nix and Lamar and
Who's the quarterback in 2020?
For who?
The Texans.
Deshaun Watson. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You gonna tell me Deshaun Watson is better than Josh Allen?
Wait a minute. So he lost to
Deshaun Watson better than Josh Allen.
The 6 Pro Bowlers. Actually, Bo Nix probably won't make it. Well, no, Bo Nix made it, didn't he?
I don't know if he made it this year. I doubt he made it this year.
But he lost to 5 Pro Bowlers and 1 really good team and 1 of the best defenses ever, or one of the best defenses in the league.
You're telling me no, you're not.
Those are only losses.
Quarterbacks. You tell me quarterbacks, but then you're not referring to the teams. Bills were better
than the Bengals. Yes, 1
better than the Bengals.
Cool.
Better than Houston.
Deshaun Watson was really good, bro. But yeah, he's better than they're better than them. They're better than them. Deshaun Watson was really good that year, though. And I think that's a young Allen, ain't it? How old is Allen in that year?
26, 25.
Because that's his first playoff appearance. So 2021.
25. But he's
Wait, so
5 years ago.
So I don't know if they were better than them at that moment.
They were better than them at that moment.
Then why didn't they make the playoffs the year before?
What was 2019? I don't know what happened.
He doesn't
have to do with the year before.
Well, I'm saying, what additions did they make that made them better than them all of a sudden?
I'll tell you right now.
Because I think D-Hop is on that.
Yeah, D-Hop was on that Texans team.
So you got a Pro Bowl quarterback, an All-Pro quarterback actually, and then you got
in 2020 they were 13-3. The Bills.
So they weren't.
In 2020 they were 13-3.
What did Josh Allen do that year?
He beat Phillip Rivers, remember?
No, because that's not the.
You talking about 2019 then?
Yeah, I'm talking about 2020.
No, are you saying 20? Are you saying no? Are you saying 19 and 20, or are you saying 20 and 21?
Whenever they played the Texans for that season, I'm talking about that specific season.
They were 10-6. That was 2019, 2020. That was
what were the Texans?
That was Brady's last year.
What were the Texans?
Texans.
Because that means they couldn't have been in the head of the division then.
They were also 10-6.
Okay, so it was evenly matched teams. Okay. I mean, then Deshaun Watson better. At that time. Not anymore. But at that time. And and I don't even think the Bills were all that crazy. Like you're trying to make them seem like they were just like this head and shoulders better than the Texans.
I never.
But they weren't that much better. They weren't even better than them. Really, they were actually the same. So why is that not just a toss-up? Anybody could have won that. And then he beat Phillip. You're right about that. He beat Lamar. So then we get the championship game. Lost to the greatest, second greatest. 22 is that Mac Jones?
Did they play the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why he beat Mac Jones.
All right, he beat Mac Jones, then lost to the greatest. Then he beat Tua. Trash.
He beat Skylar Thompson. He didn't even beat Tua.
Oh.
Skylar Thompson played.
What's the difference?
My point exactly.
And then he lost to Burrow, which I mean Burrow's an all-time great, but the Bills should win that. So that's a bad loss.
See, but this is my problem here. You see how we're just trying to fine tune all these things and add context.
Well, you're right. You should beat them.
You never do that for anybody else. You just say, like Josh Allen. Why is it hard for us? Why is it hard to say that he cannot win the big game? Why can't we just say that he can't win it? Up to this point in his career, he has not made a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, but that's
stop it.
But if the best team is on, like that's like saying the Warriors.
Okay. So if he plays the Chiefs, earlier, and he would just never make it to the divisional round either. If you play the Chiefs in a wild card, he's never making it to the divisional round.
I mean,
so he would just been 0 and whatever if he played the Chiefs because his wins in the playoffs come against terrible teams, terrible quarterbacks, by the way.
I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want him to do?
This is what I'm.
You want him to overcome the second greatest quarterback ever, also like the third or fourth greatest dynasty ever, and you just want him to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take these teams and we're just gonna tranche them.
It's not about tranching them. It's the fact that you've been in the games. You have been, and you have.
The one they had 13 seconds left. Like, what are you supposed to do about that?
I told you that's not his fault. I told
you that's part of beating them. Is I had to rely on other people, and they didn't get it done. What do you want me to do? This is what I'm saying. You're not even being fair about it. Like
I had to. Jalen Hurts had to rely on his defense. They didn't get it done either. Jalen Hurts had to rely on his defense to get a stop with 5 minutes left, and they didn't get it done either. How about that?
Who?
Jalen Hurts had to rely on his defense against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and in the second with 5 minutes left because he never saw the ball back. How about that?
Fair, but he also, but he didn't give him 13. Like Caleb,